Within the Engineering Teams project, engineering design is the glue across our STEM integration units that we're creating to teach science content. This particular process has really helped us give a little bit of structure to the teachers to help them teach engineering well within their classrooms. Engineering design is basically considering the problem that you're looking at and the solution you're going to develop in order to solve that problem. And so our engineering design process has two major parts to it. The first part is this problem scoping piece that includes the define and learn space, and then the solution generation piece, which includes the 4 parts at the bottom. Within the problem generation space, we've got a define the problem step and a learn about the problem step. So defining the problem is really trying to understand who the client is, what the client needs from you, what are the problems they're working on, that sort of thing. Then you can begin to try and learn about the problem, what's been done before, what are the costs of the materials that are there, etc. So the second part of our engineering design process is the solution generation space. It includes the 4 steps: plan, try, test, and decide. Plan is really the idea that we are going to put out a lot of different ideas for a solution. We're going to do what we call ideation, which is coming up with many different ideas. And then we're going to come up with a process or some pros and cons for why each solution might or might not work. And so once we have a solution to try, we're going to try that solution, which means we're going to implement it. So we're going to build a prototype or build a process. And then we're going to test it and make sure that it fits all the criteria and constraints well. And then we'll use all that information from our test to decide whether our solution is good enough. And then the arrows represent that we can go back and forth between these things. One of the great things about putting engineering design in a classroom is that students have the opportunity to use that context to learn their math and science in a really meaningful way. We are able to see major changes from students who come from English as language learners backgrounds, etc., and they're making strides and they are actually closing the gaps on their counterparts. Engineering is also being assessed through our engineering notebooks, which we have been working on with our students, and we've been using the process in order to help them think about what they're doing and somewhat guide them through their engineering design, but at the same time giving it enough open-endedness that they can make the decisions about what to do next on their own. We want our students to be technologically literate when they walk out of school, and engineering design is one way of helping them develop this technological literacy. And so having this well-rounded idea about what technology is really helps them understand the world and how the world is made around them.